Year. Greg Rakestraw with you here for ESPN3, and I am so pleased to be joined by one of the true legends in coaching in terms of college baseball, Gene Stevenson. For nearly 4 decades, the head coach at Wichita State. Could be 2, 6, and 4, and 3, and that is the end of the 3rd inning. So the error quickly wiped away by the inning-ending double play. Moss, Waters to Hellquist on ESPN3. Up the middle, second baseman steps on the bag, fires to first, and we've seen Brooklyn do it twice. This time it's Burnsville that turns 2.
Well, this is an easy play for the second baseman. Very easy double play. A lot of wonderful things, as well as Elliott Avent has done so well for North Carolina State.
One of those programs you mentioned in North Carolina will be playing a game here in May of 2014. Gardner-Webb hosted South Carolina here last year. North Carolina will come in for a single game in mid-May.
Well, that's really good. That's good for baseball.
Line drive right field, gets over the head of the right fielder. That is at least 2, it could be 3. Waters makes the turn and stops, and then dives back into second base.
You never want to make the first or last out at third, as you know, and that was a smart stop there.
There was a ball that got behind the right fielder in Kinsey last night in right field. I'm not sure there's anything he could have done about this one.
Well, he could have thrown it, hit the cutoff man, the relay man. But Waters did a good job there, and finally stopping at that point, because you certainly don't want to make that first out there, especially when you're 5 runs down. Waters has swung the bat really well, you know, all day today. He's all 3 times gone to the right side, but he's hit all 3 of them on the line, and was rewarded there with that extra base hit into right center field.
Round ball could be 2, 6, and 4, and 3. That is 3 double plays hit into by Kinsey today. An additional run does score. It is now 8-0, but 2 down.
No RBI.
Get you ready for game number 9 of the 2013 American Legion World Series alongside Gene Stevenson, one of the legendary college baseball coaches in that sports history. I'm Greg Rakestraw. A pleasure and a privilege to be with you today here on ESPN3. The first of 2 elimination games today, Gene. Minnesota and California. Nordgren, Waters, Hansen, Hellquist, the DH today.
Was pretty good. I mean, from the standpoint of downward movement, but, you know, caught the inside corner.
Eric Waters, the second baseman, getting a nod in the 2 spot for the 3rd straight day. He is 2 for 9 here in Shelby with a strikeout so far. And this one popped up. By the way, Phil Schlosser is our home plate umpire for today's game. Joe Roca down the first base line. Dave Brown is at second base, and Randy Sutton will handle all the action down the 3rd base line.
Well, Greg, Eric Waters has had really good plate appearances so far in the 2 games that we've seen. He has not been rewarded by too many hits, but he's really hit the ball well to the opposite field. I'd say, and they're playing him slight opposite all the way around at this point.
Early offense has been an issue so far for Burnsville. They've scored 5 runs in 2 games, count now 3 and 1. All 4 of their runs in their victory over Ohio on Friday morning came in the 7th inning. And their lone run last night came in the 9th inning, trailing 8-0 at the time to Brooklyn, New Jersey. And that is ball 4. We learned so much about the pitching depth of these teams as we get to games on Sunday and Monday in this tournament.
Well, Burnside was really snake bitten yesterday. It seemed like they gave up 5 runs in 1 inning, and none of the balls were really hit that well against them. It's just well placed and dying quails, or at least well placed bunts. So hopefully they'll get on track well today and see what goes along.
Runner goes. Throw down to second base. Not in time. Just enough to the shortstop side to give Stafford time to slide in safely. Runner in scoring position now.
Runner had a good jump that time and a good lead and was able to slide in there safely.
Eric Waters now at the plate. And that's in for a strike. So Waters, who walked in his last plate appearance, then was part of a force out at second base. We've mentioned a couple of times here in the broadcast this weekend, Waters, his father played at the University of Michigan during the days that Barry Larkin was there.
That's right. And we said that, did we not? 2
We
days
did.
ago. That's correct.
Kind of 1-1.
I want to let General Lusk give us a little color here if we can.
Up the middle.
Great play. Great play by the second baseman.
And the count are 2 out now. So up the middle, off the pitcher. Diving effort is made by Stafford.
Stafford's made 2 good plays so far today.
In the bottom of the 4th. Diving effort made by Vermeer. Got a glove on it, but couldn't make the play. That'll be a base hit. Good effort by Vermeer, the backup first baseman, but that would have been a tough play regardless.
That was a great effort on his part. Almost made a spectacular play here, almost.
So 4th base hit. Runner goes. Throw to second, short hop. Tag applied, they got him. Great hands by the second baseman to make that play in Waters.
He's a solid, good little player. Tough out at the plate. Does a solid job at second base. Not a great slide.
Wasn't a great break by Walsh from the bag in the first place, but still, Waters helped make that play. Runner goes. Throw down to second base. Tag applied. They got him again. 2 runners caught stealing by Trado in this inning. Go ahead and smile about that, kid. That's pretty impressive. 3-1 is our score after 4 innings in Shelby.
It made it less than smooth for the shortstop, and he had a really tough time even handling the ball.
This is our 9th game in a span of 53 hours. And that is with a full day of a steady rain yesterday. So the normal wear and tear, yes, exacerbated by the rainy conditions. And the grounds crew here has been phenomenal to keep this in the shape that it's currently in.
Yes, they have. And if I'm not mistaken, I think at the end of this half inning, they'll smooth all those places out there in that infield.
So here is Waters. This one popped up. Left fielder drifting that direction. Center fielder will make the play. That is Parnell, and 1 down. So here is Hansen.
Now, Waters wishes he had that one back.
Yeah.
I know that. That was a pretty good pitch to swing at, to hit, and he didn't get all of it. He's a line drive type hitter anyway. He needs to keep the ball out of the air.
And he is in line to get the victory, but there's a whole lot of baseball left to be played.
Certainly is. Certainly is.
Now Eric Waters, who today is 0 for 2 with a walk. Round ball, shortstop, Bender, over to second. On to first, not in time. Good hustle by Waters to avoid the double play.
The grass took a lot of velocity off that ball and therefore made it a little bit more difficult for the double play. But pretty good turn, but a hustling Waters down first base, and he ran down the line pretty well.
Would have been a tough play regardless, and Moss couldn't come up with it. So Moss is at shortstop. Hansen has moved over to third base. Line drive, 1 hop off the second baseman, scoop to second, not in time. Good recovery effort by Waters, but no out recorded. Now the bases are loaded for Petaluma, California.
The ball was hit like a rocket, and Waters did his best to try to keep it in front of him. Difficult play. If he could have had it cleanly, we would have had a double play, but boy, that was a really difficult play for anybody, and it'll have to go as a hit, surely.
Today's starting pitcher in Scott Hilbert will be attending Butte College. You might know of a famous alum from there these days.
I don't know where Butte College is located.
Not in Butte, Montana. Ground ball up the middle. Second baseman has it. Waters fires. Vermeer picks it. There's two down and the runner at third base. And to finish the thought,
good range, good play by Waters, and a great pickup over at first base. Well, this won't be an easy out. Waters has been a tough out all the way through this tournament, so perhaps he can extend it.
Waters today without a base hit. He is 0 for 3 with a walk today. He is 2 for 12 here in Shelby.
But he has hit some balls really well to the right side in particular.
This one a little liner. That'll get down for a base hit. Tying runs are now aboard.